Good morning, evening, afternoon. I'm Cat. Welcome to my channel. Today we are playing an adventurer's tale. We are on the last episode, the finale of this game. We've come so far. We've done things. We've met people, kind of. We'll see how this game ends. It's been an adventure. Previously, I fought Chrisette, kind of. And I won? Maybe? I got doing something. Didn't die. So I got that going for me. And now I'm at an end. She's my villain to my story. I'm just in a state of confusion. The game broke, but it didn't break. Got that going for me. So let's continue. Now I followed her into the end and upwards to one of the basic rooms. Why not? Because, Garth. She winks at me suddenly. Wink. I want to give you a head start. Even in this situation, I can tell she's struggling with the implications of our relationship, trying her best to accept it. So, what are we doing in here, exactly? Do you want me to spell it out for you? Well, I thought we were going to be enemies. Probably, to be honest, but I have a feeling questioning Chrisette would only be disastrous. Maybe? I think you can guess. Didn't we agree to be a villain? Enemies? Enemies. What? Okay. It's totally been a villain and hero situation. She cuddles with me and kisses my neck tenderly. Her sigh of satisfaction makes me feel complete. You complete me, Chrisette. I wonder if I could have gotten, like, if I do the mode where there's no time limit, if you can just get all the girls, because it doesn't seem that their storylines actually have any effect on each other. I should take note of that, because I'm a completionist and just complete the game. You are my everything, Garth. You don't speak further, but just enjoy each other's presence. Soon I feel her breathing gently, with her eyes closed, meaning she's fallen into slumber. And then I murder her. Nope. Seeing her so peaceful and happy makes me pleased, and with contentment comes relaxedness. And then she murders me. My eyes close and I lose myself in happy dreams. An unrealistic future. And we both get murdered? A dream of a future that could have been in another realm, in another reality. No, I wasn't aiming to get her ending. Chrisette and I escaped together, evading nobility and the command of my father. Wasn't trying. We escaped to the furthest ends of Eurasia to spend the rest of our lives in peace. Living out our lives together, we spend every moment in each other's embrace. We're happy with each other, content with life, content with fate. We love each other. Cool, now about the ending that I actually tried to get. When I awake, things are different. I'm catapulted back to my inescapable fate, reality. However, things are not as I remember. Grotto is no dark anymore. The shadow that covered the city have faded. The shadows that have covered the city have faded. The pressure in my chest has disappeared. Grisette's magic is no longer here. In fact, as I look around in quick panic, Grisette is no longer next to me either. A note sits in her plate, hastily written in now faded black ink. Dear Garth, as I promised, I have given you a head start. I've taken my troops and left Grotto. On to our next target. We will build another fortress in a land far away. Your journey starts now. Your true adventure. Seek me out, Garth, and find me upon my throne. Save the land from my power. I will be waiting for you. I love you, Garth. I set the note down at the table by the side of the bed. As I look around for my armor and weaponry, I notice something which causes my eyes to widen. Runes cover my sword, emanating a dark energy. Grisette had engraved it for me. I smile as I push aside the covers and begin to put my armor back on. Although things still felt off, I was glad to finally have a purpose. Once I was dressed up again, I glared at my newly engraved blade. I laughed to myself and sheathed it in my side. Accidentally stabbed myself. This whole time, I had assumed this was my journey, my shining path to recognition. But no, this is more than that. This was an origin story of the greatest adventurer to walk the land. Good. I got a good ending. Cool. A prelude to tale of Garth the Adventurer, the greatest hero in the history of Garicia. That's the ending? That's the ending I get? After all the shit I had to do for what's her face? Man, these names. These names were like somebody would... Okay, Georgette. George. With a T. Sword. That's how they named everything. Okay. Well, I got a good ending. I thought that was gonna be longer. Cool. The fuck? So, my thoughts. So, this game isn't available on Steam anymore. When I got it, it had a lot of mixed reviews. One of the reasons why I got it was because it had mixed reviews. I wanted to see what it was like for myself, to see how it was, and I paid for it, and I paid too much for it. I got it on sale. I don't know how much it was, but it was too much. You can get it on Just now. I put a link in Just. But I don't know if the one on Just is for everybody. I don't know if it's the 18 plus version or not, because I guess there was an 18 plus version. There's like a little scene that's all an H scene or something, but I don't know which one Just has. I just put it there because you can still buy the game from there if you so choose to, if you really want to, if you want to play it for yourself. And I have the best version of this game. So the art is actually not bad. I wish there was more of it. Like, it'd be great if the important sprites had their own sprites. Like, my uncle's pretty important, but like there were several of him. Or or like the stories connected. Like, because I had the thing with Greya, and basically I was injured to the point where I'd never be able to properly fight the way I used to fight with my flips and my turns and my spins and all that. But that doesn't seem to matter in any of the other parts of the game. It was just like just that one moment and just in her story, but it doesn't affect anywhere else. So I was like, didn't matter that I got hurt. It was fine. And that's kind of disappointing. And the game broke a lot, like pretty heavy. It was hard to do all the things that I wanted to do. Like, I think it's cool. I don't mind having a time limit because it does add replayability, but it's just it's the way that things appear or the way that you're able to do stuff is so it doesn't work for 30 days. Like, you really have to be like from the very beginning, be like, this is what I'm going to do and stick to that from day one. Otherwise you're not going to be able to finish stuff, and that's disappointing. And it's like menu hell. The menus, there's so many menus, and I don't even know all, like, what's with the bestiary. Don't really know what that does, and the skills don't seem that important, but it's a thing that you can do. Apparently Garth had a lot of magic that I never actually had, which is confusing, because if he has it in the story, then I should have it. But nope, he's just this all-powerful being, but only when in narrative. Like, never when I'm controlling him. Which I guess just could be a satire of like how in video games, how like the character's really badass and then you control them and then like you can't even do anything. But I don't think that's what they were doing. I will play it again, but because I bought it and I'm a completionist, I have played 3 games that were better than this game. Like, a visual novel, visuals are important. It's very jarring when you are like the background is a cave and you're in a cave and you're exploring the cave and it's just cave. You're like, okay, I get it, I'm still in the cave, but then all of a sudden you're in the city and you're like, am I in a new part of the cave? Or not? Nope, just still in the cave. That's a flaw. This is a break in the cave, and that I'm still in the cave, not in a new part of the cave. Just messed up the game, and the game crashed a lot. It did, and it crashed a lot in important bits. That wasn't great, and that really messed up some of the stuff that I had to do. But I wouldn't say never play this game. I don't think they should have taken it off Steam. I think they should have either made it free or made the price way lower than it was, because it could have been a great game. I wanted to like this game more than I did. In all honesty, I really did. I was looking forward to seeing what my ending would end up with Krinia, because I did that thing where I helped her train for a night. That went nowhere. All I know is that I helped her train for a night. I spent the night with her, and that I may return back to her, and that was the end of that. And yeah, that's all I don't know if she got in. I don't know what happened with that, but I do know that I apparently am going after Chrisette. So I have that going for me. Like, it would have been cool to see where all the characters I met ended up, like a real ending. All I know is I got a good ending and that I'm going to go off an adventure, which is a little disappointing after I worked so fucking hard on getting all those damn monsters. It was a pain in the ass. I had to save and reload sometimes because the monsters wouldn't spawn. So yeah, not my favorite game, but I bought it so I played again to get all the endings. And did I unlock the thingy? Oh, there's a Grisette mode. What's Grisette mode? I don't know what that is. I don't know if I'm interested. But like I can do the pre-play now, which cool, I guess. I wonder if I can unlock everybody's ending that way. And there's no gallery, which is disappointing. I feel like they should at least have that. They're really good at menus, man. They have so many. They could have put a gallery in. And yeah, it's the art, not bad. Wish there was more of it. And the game itself, the fighting system was okay, but like targeting was wonky and learning stuff was pointless and all that. I don't know if there's a point to learning magic or having classes myself. Like I did just fine without any of it. Yeah, so I guess if you really wanted to, you could if you're bored. The game itself, it broke a lot. It broke so much. I'm pretty sure I missed an important scene in the last bit because there was some sort of coding error that I ignored. The bone golem thing broke a lot. Sometimes the game would just crash. That thing where I said you'd be in one part and then the background magically changes to something else. There's errors, spelling errors. In this story, I liked the premise that I was like this haughty noble who was like, I'm not a noble, but clearly acted like a noble. But wanted to be an adventurer and acted like he was all that, but he was still level 1 and was a womanizer and all that. And I didn't mind, but like I liked that, and I wish that the endings mattered, because I feel like he could have had some sort of character development. He kind of did, but it kind of meant nothing because none of the stories like interacted with each other, and that's sad. Yeah. So, would I recommend it to people? I would recommend it to very patient people or people who really want to try a game that's not great. Yeah, so there's that. And I'm just going to have this video be short. I ranted for about 20 minutes on how I felt about this game. I feel like that's enough time, right? Maybe story mode or Grisette mode will be better. The name choices were interesting. I'm disappointed I didn't do more quests. I did get really caught up in just doing one person's thing, but I kind of had to because of her one thing. Oh. So I will see you in the next thing. And if you played this game before, tell me how you feel about this game. If you were like, yeah, this game was awesome. Like I said, I think this game isn't unplayable, but you really have to be in the mood to play it. Mostly because it might just break on you. And storytelling. Yeah. So, until then, we'll hope to see you in the next series. Bye.